Taylor Swift may be the most celebrated pop star on the planet, but what if I told you her career hides one of the darkest battles in modern music history? Behind the Grammys, the sold-out stadium tours, and the glittering persona lies a story of betrayal, exploitation, and ruthless industry politics. Today, we're pulling back the curtain to reveal the raw, unfiltered truth about Taylor Swift's fame. This is the dark truth of Taylor Swift's fame. The rise. Taylor Swift's rise reads like a fairy tale scripted for Hollywood. A teenager from Wyoming, Pennsylvania, with a guitar and a dream. She packed her bags and moved to Nashville at just 14, determined to break into the country music scene. She wasn't just another hopeful. She was relentless, performing at open mics, knocking on record label doors, and writing songs that captured the raw emotion of youth. By 16, she landed a deal with Big Machine Records, a fledgling label that took a chance on her talent. Her self-titled debut album dropped in 2006, and by 20, she was clutching the Grammy for Album of the Year for Fearless. She was America's sweetheart, the golden girl who could do no wrong. But fairy tales have shadows, and Taylor's story was no exception. Beneath the surface, the music industry had already sunk its claws into her career. The contracts she signed as a teenager gave Big Machine control over her masters, the original recordings of her songs, every lyric she poured her heart into, every melody that defined her early career, legally belonged to someone else. For a young artist, this seemed like the cost of entry, a necessary trade-off for stardom. But it was a deal that would haunt her for years, setting the stage for one of the most public and painful battles in music history. Taylor's early success wasn't just about her talent. It was about a carefully curated image. Big Machine shaped her into the wholesome country girl, a relatable figure for middle America. Her songs about first loves and teenage heartbreak resonated deeply, but they also fit neatly into the industry's mold for profitability. She was a product as much as an artist, and while her star rose, the industry was already tightening its grip, ready to exploit her talent for maximum gain. The industry machine. The truth is stark. Every step of Taylor Swift's rise was shaped, controlled, and manipulated by the music industry machine. Big Machine Records didn't just own her masters, they owned her creative output. Hits like Love Story, You Belong With Me, and Our Song, songs that defined a generation, weren't legally hers. Every time those songs were played, streamed, or licensed, the label profited, often more than Taylor herself. This is the dirty secret of the music industry. Artists, especially young ones, are often forced to sign away their rights to secure a shot at fame. The turning point came in 2019 when Braun, a powerful music manager, acquired Big Machine Records for $300 million. With that deal, he gained control of Taylor's entire catalog from her debut album to Reputation. For Taylor, it was a gut punch. She had no say in the transaction, no chance to buy back her own work. She publicly called it her worst-case scenario, accusing Braun and Big Machine's founder, Scott Borchetta, of betrayal. The media spun it as celebrity drama, a billionaire pop star whining about a business deal. But the reality was far uglier. Taylor's battle exposed a brutal truth. Artists often don't own their own work. Imagine pouring your soul into songs about your life, your first kiss, your heartbreak, your triumphs, only to learn someone else has the legal right to profit from them forever. For Taylor, it wasn't just about money. It was about control, about the right to her own story. The industry's response? Silence or mockery. Braun and Borchetta painted her as ungrateful, while tabloids feasted on the spectacle. But Taylor wasn't alone. Her fight shone a spotlight on an industry built on exploiting young talent, where contracts are designed to favor labels over artists. The fallout was seismic. Taylor vowed to re-record her early albums to create new masters she could own, a bold move that shook the industry. Her Taylor's Version releases, starting with Fearless in 2021, weren't just nostalgic cash grabs. They were acts of rebellion, a middle finger to a system that tried to strip her of her legacy. But the battle came at a cost: years of legal fights, public scrutiny, and emotional toll. The controversies. Taylor Swift's career isn't just a story of talent and ambition. It's a saga of controversies that fed the industry's hunger for drama. The 2009 VMAs, where Kanye West infamously interrupted her acceptance speech, was more than a viral moment. It marked Taylor as a lightning rod for public feuds. The media painted her as a victim, Kanye as the villain, and the narrative exploded. But behind the headlines, the incident was a boon for the industry. Controversy sells, and both artists' profiles soared. Then came the 2016 phone call leak, where a snippet of a conversation between Taylor and Kanye seemed to contradict her claims about approving his song, Famous. The edited clip, released by Kim Kardashian, sparked a firestorm. Taylor was branded a liar, and the hashtag Taylor Swift is a snake trended worldwide. Only years later, when the full call leaked, was it clear the clip was manipulated to paint her in a bad light. But the damage was done. Her reputation took a hit, and the industry profited from the chaos. Her feud with Katy Perry, fueled by backup dancers and subtle song lyrics, was another tabloid goldmine. What seemed like petty celebrity squabbles were, in truth, amplified by a machine that thrives on spectacle. Every headline, every viral moment, translated to streams, clicks, and record sales. Taylor's pain was profitable, whether she was cast as the victim or the villain. The darkest part: many of these controversies weren't accidents. The industry knows drama drives attention, and Taylor, whether she liked it or not, was its perfect pawn. The paradox of fame. Taylor Swift is a paradox, one of the most powerful women in music, yet for years one of its most powerless. She sells out stadiums in minutes, commands a fan base that rivals world religions, and is worth hundreds of millions. Yet, until her re-recording project, she didn't own her own songs. That's the cruel irony of fame. You can have everything and still feel trapped. Her personal life was weaponized too. Songs like Dear John and All Too Well, raw outpourings of heartbreak, were turned into late-night comedy punchlines. Tabloids dissected her relationships with surgical precision, from Harry Styles to Jake Gyllenhaal, turning her private pain into public entertainment. Behind the scenes, the industry cashed in on every headline, every breakup song, every scandal. Taylor's vulnerability, her greatest artistic strength, was exploited to keep the machine running. Her story reveals a system designed to trap artists in cycles of exploitation. Fame amplifies your voice, but also your vulnerability. The more successful you become, the more the industry tightens its grip, profiting off your talent and your pain. Taylor's battle for her masters wasn't just about her. It was a wake-up call for every artist navigating the same treacherous waters. So, the next time you hear a Taylor Swift song, listen closely. That voice belongs to one of the biggest artists of our generation, but also one of the most exploited. Her journey from a Nashville dreamer to a global icon is a testament to her talent and resilience. But it's also a cautionary tale. If the industry can control someone as powerful as Taylor Swift, imagine what it does to those without her resources or platform. Was Taylor Swift's rise to fame a dream come true, or a carefully orchestrated trap? The truth lies somewhere in between. A story of triumph tainted by betrayal. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want more dark truths about the music industry, hit subscribe. Let's keep peeling back the curtain.